Okay, so here is Intermediate Algebra, Practice Final Exam, page 2. So we'll start at number 6. Solve the following inequality. Write the solution set using interval notation. So I'll need a bit more room than they provide. So let me recopy. Here's number 6. Negative 4x plus 9 less than or equal to negative 7. Okay, we need to isolate the x. I'll subtract 9 from both sides. So I have negative 4x, the 9's cancel, less than or equal to negative 16. Negative, well, I don't know why I put a line through those. Negative 7 plus a negative 9 is negative 16. This next step, be very careful. Notice I have to divide both sides by a negative number. And this is an inequality, which means I can't forget to change the direction of the inequality symbol. Okay, anytime you multiply or divide by a negative number, you have to change the direction of the inequality symbol. Okay, so now we have x is greater than or equal to 4. Okay, so let's see. Select the correct choice below if necessary. So we want to write this solution set using interval notation. Okay, so since we want x to be greater than or equal to 4, 4 is the smallest number. X can equal bracket 4 because of the equal sign as well. And to infinity. And then we always end in infinity with a parenthesis. So this is our interval notation. So the solution set, we have a solution, is bracket 4 comma infinity, parenthesis. Okay, number 7 is a compound inequality. Solve the compound inequality, graph the solution set, and write in interval notation. Okay, so the key word of this compound inequality here is and refers to intersection. Okay, so it's only what the two have in common are part of the solution. Okay, so we have x is less than or equal to negative 3, so I'm going to do a little rough draft, I'll call it, or a rough graph. Here's 0, here's negative 3, and here's 4. So only where we have overlap with the two graphs, the x less than or equal to negative 3 and the x greater than or equal to 4, is going to be part of our solution. So let's start with x less than or equal to negative 3. And so we'll close point or bracket at the negative 3. We want x to be less than that, so we go to the left. Now we'll graph x is greater than or equal to 4. So greater than equal to, you can put a closed point or bracket on the 4, and x is greater than that, so we go to the right. So remember, because it says and here, we're looking for what both of these have in common. I don't see any overlap between the two graphs, which means they don't have any numbers that are in common, which means there's no solution. Okay, this graph has nothing graphed, which means that's the no solution graph. The solution set is empty. This is the symbol for the empty set, which also means no solution. So this is empty set. That means no solution. Okay, since there is no solution, no numbers here, the solution set is empty. That's our solution there, B. Right, number 8. Absolute value equations. Okay, so with absolute value equations, you have to know how to set up an absolute value equation. The first thing you check is make sure the absolute value part is isolated, which it is, and then we check to make sure the other side of the equation is positive, which it is. If the other side of the equation was negative, then the solution is no solution. But since it's a positive number, we can continue. Okay, so with the absolute value equation, we have x over 3 minus 5 is equal to 2, or x over 3 minus 5 is equal to negative 2. So with this equation, we have to set up two separate equations and solve them both to get the solution set. So we'll start with the first one, add 5, x over 3 is equal to 7, and multiply both sides by 3, and we have x is equal to 21. And now let's solve the other equation, add 5. So x over 3 is equal to negative 2 plus 5 is 3. Okay, multiply both sides by 3, and we get x is equal to 9. Okay, you can always double check these if you like. 21 divided by 3 is 7. 7 minus 5 is 2. The absolute value of 2 is equal to 2. That checks. 9. 9 over 3 is 3. 3 minus 5 is negative 2. The absolute value of negative 2 is 2. 2 is equal to 2. So they both check. So the solution set is 9, 21. Okay, it already has the braces there, so you don't have to worry about putting anything other than the numbers. Okay, and that is page 2.